Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Starfield Shattered Space on the Xbox Series X. Today's mission is Scientific Method. A pair of scientists named Azad and Shireen Duvas are seeking a research assistant to help investigate a mysterious ailment affecting the creatures in their Dazra. That's where we're at, and that's what we're going to do.
We just got another report from one of the growth farms. More dead animals. Bladed backs this time. No signs of injury.
Merciful serpent. Whatever this is, it seems to be spreading.
Hello! Welcome to Hamadi Station. I do hope you're here about the research assistant opening. We haven't had many promising applicants.
By which he means we haven't had any applicants.
Well, yes.
Just fell
Thank you
out
for
there.
the painful reminder. Oh, love of my life. I'm Azad Dubas. My wife Shireen and I are scientists. We've been quite busy lately and are greatly in need of some help. We put out a call for a research assistant, but with recent events, we haven't had much luck.
By which he means we haven't had any luck.
This could become tiresome quickly.
Yeah.
So, are you interested in a little field work?
My knowledge and expertise are at your service.
Ah, so you've some experience then. The Great Serpent has truly blessed us. My wife and I have been studying a recent and somewhat troubling phenomenon. You see, the local wildlife has been dying, and we're not sure why. The remains show no signs of external injury or trauma, so we can rule out most of the usual causes.
Fighting for dominance or territory, predators, hunters looking for sport, those sorts of things.
Yeah.
We began to see this phenomenon just after the accident in Dazra. We're convinced these events are linked, but the exact nature of the connection remains a mystery.
Sounds to me like you need more information.
An accurate assertion. This is where you come in. I need you to search for corpses of local wildlife and collect tissue samples. I'll give you a biosample collector that will extract and store the samples safely. Try to collect samples from different kinds of creatures. We want to cast a wide net. Return here when you've got them, and we'll begin the analysis.
The prospect of tearing rotten flesh from animal corpses is not what I would call appetizing.
I'll get started.
Off you go then, and no dragging your feet. You're on the clock as of now.
All right. We've got 3 samples to go get. All right, we made it back.
Welcome back. Did you have any difficulty obtaining those tissue samples?
None at all.
I'm glad to hear it, because there's more work to do. Your arrival
doubt
is
it.
well timed. Some interesting new information has come to light. I'll take those tissue samples, and here's your payment. Shireen, dear, would you tell our dauntless research assistant about the latest news?
With pleasure. I hope you enjoyed your little jaunt into the field because I'll be sending you right back out there. Some of the local farmers and growth herders have reported seeing unusual plant growth in the area. What's more, none of this unusual growth was seen before the Dazra incident. It's increasingly clear the event affected the ecosystem in some way, but the details elude us.
If those mutations are toxic in nature, it could explain the animal deaths.
Good point. It's certainly a possibility worth investigating. Based on our information, these unusual new strains aren't limited to a specific area. As such, we want to examine samples that come from several different locations. In short, the more data you can provide, the better.
Observe, analyze, hypothesize, and prove. These are the tenets of the scientific method. Without them, we're just fumbling in the dark.
Yes, thank you, dear. You'll have to forgive my husband. He's never fully recovered from his days as a teacher.
There's nothing wrong with being enthusiastic about your field.
Agreed. I've always felt sorry for those who can't find work they truly love. The days must feel like sheer drudgery. We'll get to work studying the animal tissue. Now go forth and travel safely.
And we're back. See what she's got to say.
Our roving research assistant returns. I know we've asked you to travel far and wide. Hopefully it wasn't too much trouble.
No trouble at all?
Good. It seems that things have been going smoothly so far. Perhaps it's a sign that the Great Serpent favors our work. Your supposition about the plants becoming toxic might just bear fruit.
That must be a pretty strong poison.
I'm afraid so. Needless to say, the urgency of our work has increased somewhat. The evidence suggests that some force is acting on the ecosystem, changing it somehow. We don't yet have the complete picture, but there is one tool left to us. Would you care to explain, my dear?
With pleasure. To aid in our monitoring of local conditions, we designed a multi-function sensor suite. The device records data for weather, atmospheric pressure, radiation,
Airborne particulates, seismic disturbances, gravitic fluctuations.
Could we please move on?
Well, yes, of course. We placed several of these sensors throughout the area. Each device can upload its data to a slate for comparison and analysis.
You can monitor all of that stuff with a single device? That's incredible.
It's just a collection of devices fused together and running on a single power source. It's more a feat of improvisation than engineering, really. Here, take this. Transfer the data from each of the sensors and then bring the slate back to me. In the meantime, we'll see what we can learn about these unusual plant specimens. We'll solve this riddle yet.
All right. All right, and we're back. I know for you that was each of those runs were just a few seconds, but for me that was about 15 to 20 minutes of getting there to each one. All right, Azad.
Oh, welcome back. Time to see if our sensors can peel back another layer of the mystery. Did you notice anything unusual in the environmental data?
There's evidence of gravitational fluctuations and unknown forms of energy.
How interesting and unexpected. Some kind of distortion in space-time, maybe? I'll take that slate. Thank you. Now, let's see what tale the data tells. Mostly as expected so far. Oh my, look at this. Yes, I see what you mean. I concur with your hypothesis, even if I don't entirely comprehend it.
Sounds like the laws of space and time were affected.
A rudimentary summation, perhaps, but not without merit. Your payment as promised. Now, I'm sure you're wondering what we've learned from the plant tissue samples you brought back.
Yeah. You've learned that they were mutated strains with toxic characteristics.
Why, yes, that's correct. I must say, it's a real pleasure to work with someone as intelligent and well-informed as you. Notably, the first sightings of these toxic variants coincide with the incident in Dazra. I'm just not sure how the strange effects of the vortex could cause plants to mutate so rapidly.
By triggering a defensive response. Countless species of fauna have evolved to develop protective mechanisms. Poisonous toxins are among the most common such adaptations.
That's true, but those adaptations evolved over generations across long spans of time. These seem to have appeared in a matter of mere days. That shouldn't be possible.
And yet, the sensors documented fluctuations in the very fabric of space and time. Who's to say what's impossible when the fundamental laws that govern our reality are altered?
Crossbreeding the poisonous plants with non-toxic species could help.
I agree that's the best way forward in the long term. Crossbreeding is a slow process, however, and the creatures are still in imminent danger. What we need here is a more immediate solution.
Shireen, do you remember that experimental compound you were developing?
The one designed to alter plant biochemistry? Interesting thought. I'd been theorizing about ways to create edible strains of local flora. It's possible I could alter the formula to neutralize the toxins in the affected species.
There is, however, a not insignificant complication.
I knew you were going to say that.
The experimental compound is locked away in cold storage at the botanical facility. I was growing strains of fungus and mushroom there for medicinal use, but we were attacked. A group of pirates called the Crimson Fleet took over the place, forcing us to leave. Pirates. Here, on Varun Kai. I could scarcely believe it.
I've dealt with worse, so it won't be a problem.
Then we'll leave the matter in your capable hands. Go with the Serpent's blessing. We'll be waiting for you here.
Crimson Fleet. Okay, well. Here we are. See if there's anything up here to get rid of. Our captain.
Wait. What was that?
Right.
Weapons free, Andrej. More over here somewhere. This fire there.
Forget me!
Alright, let's go kill some others. Let's go unalive some others. He only took a few hits. Where was he?
someone or some.
Take this guy down!
Damn hard, evidently. Y'all ain't doing it. There's one here somewhere. Very wet sounding death there, friend. This one's underground.
I'm taking you down.
Yeah, it's stuck underground. We're just gonna get what we need. Going down. There's probably more in there. I better keep this at the ready.
Let us see what was being protected.
Nothing much, just some money and a flight suit. All right.
It would seem there are never enough credits. The Crimson Fleet just keeps pirating.
Yeah. Thank you. They're not gonna quit, no matter if we get all the credits in the world, in every world. Rest from nobody. Everyone. This place is ours, and nobody's gonna take it from us. You see any of these House Baroon freaks trying to get in, you waste them quick. Same goes for any from the fleet that ain't us. You really think Delgado's crew ain't gonna try to take this operation over if they find out about it? Trust nobody, and I mean nobody. Kill on sight anyone that ain't in our crew. That's the only way we're going to hold on to this operation. Don't get lazy, or you'll be made an example. Spread the word. All right, moving on.
Be advised that hostiles may be in the area. I am investigating.
I want you to keep your head
All
down.
systems.
Extra ammunition is always welcome if they have any.
Come back, you cowards!
Where did they go? Oh,
They could not hope to win. They fled.
fluorine and aluminum. Really not worth it.
Waste of time. Light him up! Gonna take you down!
Want to do something, he didn't quite get it all out. I'm feeling there's a bunch more. Maybe not. Yeah, now I have a feeling there's a bunch more.
Here we go.
Open fire.
We're too close.
Well, I just realized I haven't had a quick save in a bit. I'll get me one of them. We got one. Dang, reload.
You can't hope to win.
Now look at you!
I have gone through some ammo with this thing. About 2,000 rounds since we started this quest.
You're gonna love this!
Have your head.
Just getting started.
About finished.
Blood everywhere.
You left a pretty long stream. Blood everywhere. nice.
Nothing there.
We are not done yet! Keep him pinned!
That's not broken.
Profit is never necessarily the aim.
Always in it. Hey, buddy. I got one of them.
That's a vector!
Mine's better.
You die today.
You're mine!
There's a lot of people in here.
No mercy!
Okay, you're up top.
Cover your feet! That's me! Watch out!
Down to the last few.
Back up! Move, move! Okay, go! Keep up!
Oh, you want them back for you, homie? Alright, now there's 4 more. At least. All that wild stuff there.
Is there one you cannot defeat?
Not really.
Knew I'd find you!
You knew, huh? Unlicensed persons having been detected within the facility. Their current status is unknown. All employees are encouraged to approach intruders with caution. Important announcement. Unlicensed persons have been detected. Yeah, is that all they're going to say? Yep. All employees are to remain at their station. Secure your work areas. Do not report to the loading bay until further notice. I was going to say the same. All right.
Come on!
This isn't over.
Sorry, Andrea. Andrea's been out here doing work while I was playing with computers. Not yet. Just one of you still breathing somewhere. At least. Okay, I had to reload. Okay.
cannot beat me.
Can't see the. Most clear effect report. The effect is brief, but you would think it lasted days. Though it is intense, it provides a sense of understanding. The sensation itself is deeply unsettling, and it's euphoric at all. And it isn't euphoric at all, but leaves one feeling insightful and in awe. My memory of what exactly I encountered is vague and clouded, but the presence of a powerful entity lingers with me. Though the experience was rewarding, I would not describe it as positive. It would be difficult for me to abuse this, as it leaves me with an immense feeling of discomfort. Zero.
They aren't paying me enough for this!
You paid? Alright. Here we are. Don't see anything to lose. Project Journal. Entry 1. Let me get a drink here. In gratitude for the medicines I provided to them, the Malseer farmers have been kind enough to extend my use of the temporary laboratory on site. This will save me many trips back and forth to Hamadi Station, which is a blessing at my age. Azad complained of course. The incident in the city has us all on edge, but it has also reminded me that if there's something I feel is important to do, I should do it now. I know we'll miss each other, but I also believe that time apart can help us to remember why we love each other and renew our mutual appreciation. Besides, it should only be a week or two at most. Now that everything is set up and ready, it's time to collect some mycelium specimens. There are plenty on hand, so it shouldn't take long. Entry 2. The initial phase of the project has been focused mainly on gathering information. I've created detailed genetic profiles on the specimens I've assembled and started to catalog their toxic enzymes. The next step will be to develop a compound capable of neutralizing these toxins, while also bolstering characteristics that will make the specimens more desirable as a food source. I can hear Azad's voice in my mind saying, "Time to turn the theory into practical." It's only been a few days since I arrived here, and I already miss his company. Entry 3. After no small amount of trial and error, my first attempt at a neutrifying compound is ready for testing. I've selected 7 species of mycelium for that first batch. The farmers here seem curious about my work and stop by to visit often. One of them even brought me dinner, which is just as well because I often get so absorbed in my work that I forget to eat. My eyes and back could use a rest, so I'll spend some time in prayer and then call it a night. Entry 4. Early applications of the neutrifying compound show promise. I've been able to reduce the toxic enzymes in all species to varying degrees. This at least seems to prove out the thesis. There's still much work to do, but I am confident in the direction of the project. Hopefully, in a few more days, I'll be able to transfer the project back to Hamadi Station and start testing on other species of flora. I miss my husband and my home. Entry 5. There's been a security breach and we're all being evacuated. No time to take anything. I hear gunfire above. Serpent, protect us. Interesting rumor from Azad Dubas. Well, you were right. Mere days you've been gone, and I'm already lost and hopeless without my golden blossom. Yet I must persevere. I heard an interesting rumor today. One of the security patrols stopped by to check in, and one of them mentioned having seen a starship plunge from the sky in the areas above Control Site Kappa. An alarming development, to say the least. The last thing we need right now is unwanted visitors. Perhaps you should spread the word to the farmers over there, just in case. May the serpent protect us. Elevator troubles from Azad. Hello, my sweet. I hope the early phases of your project are going well. I'll be sending a message to Farhan today. I found some more issues with the structural housing at the bottom of the elevator shaft. It's nothing too serious, mostly just a patch. He's been keeping very busy lately, what with the lack of hands to do the repair work. Yet another reminder of what we recently lost, I suppose. May the Great Serpent be merciful and guide us safely out of these difficult days. Missing you. Nothing much to report from back home, so I'll take this opportunity to tell you something. The greatest blessing the Great Serpent ever bestowed upon me was the gift of your presence in my life. I will love you always, my golden blossom. I hope you're making good progress at the Malseer farmers, and the Malseer farmers are being generous hosts. If not, tell them that I'll make them sit through one of my lectures as punishment. Too quiet. Hello, my love. How is your work going? If I know you, the time is flying by and you've skipped at least one meal. Speaking of which, I miss your spicy stew. Things are quiet enough here, at times perhaps much so, too much so. I've been keeping a close eye on the local wildlife, looking for behavioral changes following the events in Dasra. I can't help but wonder whether we have truly seen all of the effects from the incident. Perhaps I'm just turning paranoid in my old age. Mizka. You'll be pleased to know that our guest Mizka from the Tanis Grove Farm made a full recovery. I decided to surprise Alicia and took her there myself. Everyone was thrilled to see their little Miz come home, and the other groats welcomed her back to the herd right away. I wish you could have had the chance to say goodbye. But it seemed wrong to keep her away any longer. Besides, you can always visit her. Alicia was very keen to make sure that I tell you. Dangerous travels. Hello, dear. Not working too hard, I hope. I was out for a walk this afternoon and I encountered a group of penitents who had been trying to reach the Shrine of Perseverance, which they found to be occupied by zealots. The pilgrims were fortunate to have escaped unharmed, but I can't say I'm happy to learn that we now have a group of zealots staking a claim so close to Hamadi Station. The meeting with the pilgrims got me thinking. When this last time we traveled the path of redemption together, I wonder if Bajoon is still spending his days at the Shrine of Redemption. We should go and visit him. That's a lot. All right. All right, we're going back to the Dubas. Hopefully this is the last of what they do. We're back.
Well, look who's back. And still in one piece, no less.
I've got your experimental compound. Here you go.
Have you now? Well, bravo then. When Azad first suggested taking on an assistant, I'll admit that I had my doubts. I'm happy to say that you've laid them all to rest. Here you are. Payment as promised. Did you hear that, love? Our courageous research assistant has delivered yet again.
I never had a shred of doubt. Nothing inspires courage and perseverance like the pursuit of knowledge, I always say.
That is quite literally the first time I've ever heard you say that.
Well, I certainly always think it.
Yes, dear. Of course you do.
Sam, I guess you've got some work ahead of you.
Indeed we do. Thanks to you, we not only have the answer to our little mystery, but a path to resolving it. Here's a little something extra for a job well done. Best of luck in your future scientific endeavors.
Is something amiss?
There it is. And I do believe, well, in my quest log as of now, this is the last side quest I have. There could be more. And if I find more, we'll sure be back. But I believe we'll be back on the Starborn side of things in the next episode. So, if you like this episode, no, that's not how it goes. Just made it this far, I sure do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this episode, consider leaving a like. I've got more on the channel and more to come. If you find something else you like, why not subscribe? Either way, click that notification bell. Let you know when I upload and go live. All that's free and easy for you. And it helps the channel out immensely. And thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.